Welcome back to Living Vacationland. We're here with the new dad in the group. I'm still a child. How is it?
It's been really good, actually. It's so far a lot easier than I had envisioned, which is nice. I expected, people tell you, like, you're not going to sleep, you're not going to do anything. And so far, that hasn't been the case.
No?
No, I've slept pretty much all through the night, every night.
She's in the room with you guys, right?
Yeah, she is. Like, she'll wake up once or twice.
I'm going to ask some stupid questions about this because I don't know anything about babies.
Hey.
Except they come out of the fun spot.
They do.
It's been weird. I've wanted to make jokes to you about your kid. And I'm like, when's it appropriate to start making fun of Mike's child?
Always.
Not the first week. I don't think you're just like, hey, let me start cracking jokes at your child's expense. Yeah. You guys can probably hear her upstairs. She's been pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I think she knew we were starting the show. She wants to be on the show.
She does.
She wants a podcast.
She does.
Baby's first podcast?
Yeah.
Should we start her one?
I don't know how interesting it would be, but...
To babies.
True. 4 babies, 5 babies.
Yeah.
Podcast, yeah. There's a market for that.
FUBU, right? The FUBU podcast.
Yeah. For us, by us.
For your baby? Oh, yeah.
It would just be FUBU. Which coincidentally is the sounds that they make.
Yeah. It's a perfect podcast.
Yeah.
Baby. You heard it here, folks.
Yep.
Show number 2, we're just going to set Mike's baby by a mic. ASMR it going.
Yeah. Riveting stuff.
Yeah. I'm pumped, though. She looks like she'll be a little ripper.
I'm hoping. I was looking at skis the last couple days. Just some plastic ones for next year.
Go. Yeah. Do the
thing. Well, like, we have the perfect hill. Like, it's maybe, I don't know, 8 feet tall.
Right.
And like 60, 80 feet long, with a lot of flat. So I was talking to Steve, my father-in-law, the other day, because I begged my parents for years to get a rope tow.
Yep.
So we were looking at like easy ways with just an electric motor to do a rope tow in the backyard.
Shredwisewinches.com.
Yeah, I don't know if a 1-year-old would really...
40 miles an hour. Will said just send it.
Yeah.
I'll go when I know.
Yeah. That could get real interesting.
I think there's throttles on them.
I don't know.
What was Steve saying? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no. Just it would be super easy.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just a small electric motor and some pulleys.
Are you just going to start your kid off that pampered, though?
Yeah, it's true. Wouldn't be really.
You're going to get a racer if you go that route.
Yeah, that is true.
You don't want a racer.
Maybe I'll just use it for myself, not let her use it.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the preferred method of parenting.
Yeah.
My toy.
Yeah. My parents never let me have this.
I only had a snowmobile. And I had to have a friend to bring me up the hill.
It's the only reason I had friends.
That's true.
Yeah.
You had a lot of friends, though, because you had a good hill.
Yeah. That was a nice hill.
How many less friends do you think you would have had if you didn't have that hill?
All of the friends.
I would have been your friend.
Yeah. So most
I think you had me regardless.
Yeah. Levi and Casey, for sure.
Right. The neighborhood friends would have been there. Chris
Well,
Bagley,
no, I think that was all
Chris Bagley
circumstance.
wouldn't have showed up if you didn't have the hill.
No.
We might have him on next week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he
He's
still
got some free time?
making skis?
Supposedly.
Yeah.
He's got the equipment.
Still
like
waiting
many
for
of
my-
our generation, Mike, they have all the tools to success, but have yet to find the path to success. Chris Bagley.
Yeah.
Make me my fucking split board.
I know, and my skis.
He doesn't know you skis.
No.
Till
What I asked for.
my split board's done.
Then I can beg for my skis.
Yeah.
All right.
But you better put AT bindings on them.
Yeah. I do want a pair of
Yeah.
of
I'm headed that way.
ATs,
like,
yeah.
'cause I need to get in better shape first, but
that will kick you into shape
yeah.
real
Dude,
hard.
hiking Saddleback to ride it, I was like, I'm not in the shape for this.
Oh yeah.
Let's cut into that.
Yep.
That's a good segue. Saddleback's in a little bit of a change of ownership, hopefully, coming up. So, our I don't know the name.
Oh, that Boston management fund company.
So they are trying to buy Saddleback from the Berry family, who said some not so nice things about on podcasts that we did not release because I just got drunk and shit talked for the first episode. We realized that wasn't a good approach to this project of ours.
So has this not gone? I thought it had gone through, or it was accepted.
That's what I kind of don't like, and I'd like you, honestly, to look into this a little bit, and we can hit this, because you understand money, and I just don't get. You'll, like, take the time to look into, God damn it, I don't want to pay for your fucking article.
Portland Press? Yeah.
Yeah. So they came to terms with the Berries, and then all of a sudden, like 2 weeks ago, they were like, we need Arcturus. Arcturus Impact Fund of Boston. Like 2-3 weeks ago, they were like, oh, we need $2 million by December 19th to qualify for FAME.
Okay.
Do you know what that is? Something,
I've heard of it.
It's federal.
Yeah.
It's tax-based stuff. Essentially, by the community investing in the resort, they qualify for, like,
Finance Authority of Maine. That's what it is.
Yeah, they qualify for from what I can tell, it's money to start new markets that will bring Maine tax money.
Yep.
Which I could see that as a ski resort. A ski resort will bring in a lot of taxable dollars. You know, even if an unsuccessful ski resort brings in a lot of taxable
just property
dollars.
Tax,
right? And beer. There's a lot of beer at ski resorts. So I just found it weird that they, in 2 weeks, wanted $2 million.
My guess is there was some type, I mean, I could be way off base, but some type of subsidy for the 2019 tax year.
Right, but why do you have a semi-closed door meeting at Saddleback, pretty much put out to condo owners and then anybody that was in the know?
Yeah.
So it wasn't, I shouldn't say closed door, that's probably a bad term for
Yeah.
it. But why is this not a big media campaign?
Yeah, were they trying to, like, crowdfund this, or was this requested from the Berry family to, or the Berry family to whatever this Boston?
The Boston company supposedly has all the money to get the project done.
Yeah.
So I'm curious why they're asking they asked every condo owner for $5,000.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a condo, maybe it's not as much money, but that's a lot of money to just be like, you get nothing out of this,
right,
other than use of your condo again.
Yeah.
You know, after you've been kicked in the dick for 5 years as a condo owner.
Yeah, I'll look into it. I don't know what.
They're close. It sounds like they're going to do it, which I also don't get that. There's just a lot of weird language used in it. Like, I can't understand if there is set 1.7 million already acquired and they only need 300,000. Because to me, at 2-3 weeks, that's doable.
Yeah.
But 2 million is just aggressive. And then they need another 2 million in, like, January, February.
Yeah.
And then another 1 million to start the year next year. So I just don't get what this fund is doing to
if they're requesting all the money from.
And it may just be, you may look into it and be like, dude, this is stupid complicated. We need a firm like this to get us through all these. That's fine if that's the answer. I just don't get.
Yeah.
And I haven't wanted to, like,
dive into it.
Well, like, start talking shit online about it, because I want the fucking mountain open. That's what I care about.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, and this could all be like standard procedure.
Exactly. Right. It might be this company that's figured out, because they have successful implementation of this in other areas, including Maine.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Who else have they funded?
I don't know. I should look into it. We didn't do any research for this. We pretty much needed a episode this week. So.
But it is funny when you look at
some of these. I think it could just be us bringing a few topics. Yeah. And then we can dive deeper into them. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I'll look into it, because it's weird. A lot of these ski resorts are all managed and owned by some type of fund.
Right.
Like they're not usually private
Yeah.
ownership. They're all hedge funds.
If you look at what it takes to run a friggin' ski resort, it's expensive,
It's a lot of
especially
capital.
on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Like West Coast are expensive because of how big they are. East
Yeah.
Coast, it's because if we didn't make snow, your season would be a month.
Yeah. And snowmaking is insanely
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, dude, you're pumping water uphill and air.
Yeah.
Like I had heard rumors at one point that it takes Sugarloaf 10 grand a day to make snow.
That number wouldn't shock me at all.
No.
Honestly, anything
when I
less
heard
would
it, I
shock
was
me.
like, that's a lot of money. Now I'm thinking about it and I'm like, that's really not that much money to cover a mountain in snow.
No. No, I mean, what? At $100 a ticket, you're only talking 100 people to cover snowmaking costs.
Right.
Like, it's really
That's true.
not much.
Yeah. So it probably is more.
Yeah.
You know. And I remember I worked at Saddleback for a little. I mean, I wish I worked at Saddleback. I worked at Sunday River for a little bit, and they have this like orientation meeting where they pretty much just tell you how broke the company is and how they didn't make any money last year. And then you talk to some locals, and they're like, "Did they tell you about the logging company they own?"
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you own land to that volume,
Oh, yeah.
logs are dollars.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
And Sunday River owns.
A lot of land.
Yeah.
A lot more than the resort.
Yeah, and even if it was just where ski trails are, it's
Right.
an insane amount of acreage.
Yeah, I don't know what the acreage is at Sunday River.
I have no idea. If I had to take a wild guess, I know you're looking it up. I'm going to say
Yes.
17,500 acres.
Okay.
Not skiable acres. Because skiable acres
See, I was
would be
thinking
far
in
less.
the 20,000s.
Yeah. What is it? I'm sure they're going to give you skiable acres.
Probably. 5.22 acres of terrain coverage. 10,000 gallons per minute
It's a lot.
is their snowmaking
lot.
capacity. Can you imagine getting hit in the face with that?
Yeah. I mean, for example, my well here, which is a strong well, is like 60 gallons a minute.
Right.
So 10,000 gallons is.
You got plenty for your hill.
Oh, yeah.
We could definitely snowmake your hill.
You know, I almost got a snowmaker back in the day from Sunday River. Like the old, not
Is it
the.
you that I'm thinking of? One of our friends like went down that hole.
No, I only was going to get it because my sister's old boyfriend, Caleb, who
Right.
used to run the parks, was like, yeah, we have some old, like, you know, just the pipe, like
Right.
tall pipe ones.
Yeah, little Mr. Head, basically.
Hey, yeah. And he was like, yeah, we can give you like one of the old scrap ones. And it's
That would
like,
have been a game changer.
yeah, but then you need water and you need air.
We would have figured it out.
Oh, yeah. But I'm sure to run one, like, I bet if you just get a big, like, 25, 50 gallon compressor and a decent amount of water,
Yep.
I'm going to have to look at it.
Will,
Yeah. Now I wish I had a bigger hill.
between Will and Chris, I think we got this. I mean, we can still
They're
go
both pretty
poach.
smart.
We'll go poach your parents' hill.
Yeah.
They have no say in this.
I mean, I guess I could build a platform here.
Really big platform.
Really big one.
Dude, so I was down at the natural gas lines, and there's some lines down there that are already cleared out.
Which ones?
The natural gas lines that go along the Royal River.
Oh, yeah.
Good tangent. So we'll tag back to Saddleback.
Yep.
Once you've done some research, I'll do some research.
There's actually some really good lines. I don't know if you remember, we had looked at doing a road gap along those
yeah.
lines off of, what is that? Morse Road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Power lines are too close. But if you go back, like if you're headed,
Jump over the power lines.
if you're headed down Morse Road going towards Pineland, right before the train tracks where the petroleum lines are.
Right.
If you go right, like maybe a quarter mile in there, there's like some
Yeah.
pretty steep.
So I
terrain.
went from Depot Road to Morse Road.
Was that you parked over on the railroad tracks the other day?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yeah. Listen to my dog whine for 4 hours. It was awesome. I found some chaga though.
Oh, nice.
So to get into my second little mini topic for today and link it back to the Katahdin Woods and Waters to an extent.
Yeah.
And reference something that's both of us grew up within our backyards, which is Pineland Farms.
Yep.
I don't know the total amount of land that they own in Grey New Gloucester, but I bet they're the
I think it's
number
5,000
one.
acres.
They probably will own the number one amount.
Yeah.
You know, and if you hike along the Royal River these days, you see private property, Pineland, no trespassing signs, and you literally could not bank fish the Royal River on the left side if you're on, I don't know, probably the west side of the Royal. So the one
headed
not the hillside, the other side on Depot Road.
Headed downstream from the Depot crossing.
If you're heading downstream, right side of the river,
like behind those houses, that steep. Wait, which way does? Yeah, so downstream would go like towards my house. Or does it go the opposite way?
Yeah, no, it goes to Yarmouth. It goes to the ocean, Mike.
No,
all
I
right,
know.
All right, crash course in rivers, Mike.
But that thing loops so much that I can never remember. Like if you're crossing Depot, going up Depot Hill, does it go downstream is right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of rough riding it from Depot up. There's a lot of stuff. I'm probably going to clear it out this year because it's a really good river.
Yeah.
But there's some trees that need to be cleared out that you kind of have to get out of your kayak and like nudge it over, and it's sketchier than it. It's one of those things that you're like, oh, this won't be hard, and then you're standing up there watching your boat almost capsize, and you're like, fuck. But I'm going to try and sawzall them out this year.
Yep.
Speaking of which, I heard that as a friggin' backcountry cleanup hack, they make an arborist blade for sawzalls. And that's what a lot of people are using for the backcountry cleanups.
Yeah. Battery operated, pretty light.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not taking down any big trees when you're doing that. So, but so private land ownership is essentially the line is from the center of the river to a predetermined point on the outside of the river. And it usually meanders in a straighter line than the river does.
itself,
Yeah. So they'll own some low bank and all that. But it essentially makes private land ownership. I mean, even this is a company like Pineland. They're a public facing company promoting outdoor activity. And I can't hike down that side of the stream because of their land ownership.
Yeah. Now you could go down the stream.
If I wanted to go to Morse Road, and if I was so inclined, I would have had to have climbed barbed wire two times.
Yeah.
And put my dog over barbed wire two times to follow the river.
Now you could certainly go down the stream.
Yes, I could have swam down the stream legally in December.
Yeah. Well, I thought you had your kayak.
No.
No?
It's just out
Yeah. Just out walking.
gallivanting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
I don't like it. I don't like. To me, that's the type of fuck the fucking. Let's just change our wordage at a state level to the fact where we won't lose our rivers. It seems wrong to me that anywhere in America you can't walk down the river.
Yeah.
That seems un-American.
Especially a river of that size.
Right. And that's part of the determination is navigable or non-navigable rivers. That's a navigable river.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
if you have a stream going through your, 100 acres, I get that.
Yeah, some little brook that just dies out underground.
Right.
Yeah, I've never really thought about that. I've never really gone down.
That's a direct impact right here. And it kind of goes against everything that I was saying to you about private landowners will have our best interest at heart, And
another, small tangent on Pineland, which I love a lot of what Pineland does.
Tearing Pineland down?
No, I mean.
It's the Fuck Pineland podcast.
I mean, you grew up around this area, so you know how shitty it was.
It makes me laugh so hard when I see people getting married at Pineland. because for people that don't know, Pineland used to be a mental hospital, and these people pay top dollar.
Oh yeah,
to get married here, and it's like a haunted, creepy place.
it was. I mean, it still is.
Did they have the Ghostbusters come in?
Did they?
They might have.
Yeah.
I didn't get any ghost vibes when I was in there buying beer today.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe they just get the ghost drunk.
I think it's under Libra, because that's who owns it.
We need to get you a little lappy top.
Yeah, I know. Oh, here it is. Oh,
I always think you're playing with your phone, and then I watch the video, and I'm like, oh, look, I thought you were like texting Brittany.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like sitting there reading something.
Yeah.
Actually.
So it's the October Corporation. That's what they go.
I have not even heard of this one.
Yeah, that's like their property management company. But I'm always shocked when I look at the assessments of what they pay for taxes, and it's not much. So, and it's like split all over the place. Like, I'm trying to find one of the large plots of land. Like, they're all hidden in some type of tax haven. And I'm sure it's all above board stuff. Like, so many companies have different subsidiaries.
I'm not so sure. Have you looked at Pineland from, have you looked at it on Google Earth?
No.
It's a pentagram.
Of course it is.
It is.
So in New Gloucester, for example, the October Corporation.
You're just going to brush past this?
No, I'll get back to it.
They have Satanists, Mike.
31 assessed land all over the place, like of varying acreage sizes. There's no large ones. But it's not much money that they pay in taxes. Like, because that's what you would assume is the big benefit of having a large corporation like that in town is.
Come to think of it, I have not seen much change in New Gloucester since Pineland went in, other than Pineland.
Yeah.
Pineland looks way better. Pineland is way better for New Gloucester. Mm-hmm. New Gloucester was disgusting before.
And like,
I mean, I should say the farms in farms in New Gloucester were beautiful, but all New Gloucester had before Pineland was Pineland.
Yeah, which
it was. I don't have a childhood memory of Pineland without it being cloudy and dingy and scary.
Yeah, breaking into the gym or.
I did my breaking in after. Well, never mind.
Just last week.
Slept in the gymnasium.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you could directly correlate it to it. I certainly couldn't. Maybe somebody smarter could. I would say property values in New Gloucester have gone up, exponentially in the last 15 years. Whether there's any correlation between Pineland or not, or at least the surrounding area.
Hurt.
No, it certainly doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
And now with L.O. Bean moving there.
What?
You know that? Their outdoor discovery schools have moved to Pineland.
Oh,
not all of them. Oh, no, not like one of their stores or anything like that.
Gotcha.
But like,
what are they doing? Kayaking lessons in the little pond?
No, they do fly fishing in the little pond.
Yeah.
They do archery in the Grove and a couple other things. I think they're doing like some cross country skiing stuff now. The only thing that Pineland I think really needs, and there has to be something, either.
A podcast.
Yeah, exactly. There's got to be some type of monopoly because of their market and their catering company, but there's no restaurant that has gone in there. And that really surprises me because people try to put restaurants in the dumbest of places.
Right.
And that is a perfect location for a nice...
I mean, we've got a brewery in a pretty stupid location. I love the beer. I'm not...
Yeah, but like that's a...
But it is. It's like a...
Yeah. It's a nice location for traffic, but it's not a nice...
I just threw shade for no reason. I'm sorry, new brewery.
But it's not a good location for... Like, there's nothing around it. Like...
Yeah, but also some of those restaurants work because of that.
For sure.
You know?
Well, I mean...
Like, you take the Oxbow...
Yeah, Newcastle. It's a destination.
Well, I was talking about the Oxford one.
Oh, yeah.
Like that... I'm sure there's people going there like, oh, let's go snowshoeing and then grab a beer and a pizza.
Absolutely. So yeah, you have a brewery like that moves in, has a pub.
There's not a brewery in there?
No, there's nothing. Like
it's prime real estate for something like that.
Yeah, it leads me to believe there is a reason that nothing has gone in.
Interesting.
Like,
who's the head of operations there?
of the Lieber Foundation or Pineland
No,
itself?
Pineland. Who decides? Do you know what I mean? I haven't.
Yeah, my guess is it's multifaceted. You probably have some type of, business development, for their offices and then their retail space and things like that. But I don't know who like the one person.
Yeah, I was in the market the other day and I'm like, who is making all these decisions? It is gorgeous in here.
Yeah, their market is really nice. And like, I think maybe that's like they do serve food and then the Commons has food. Like maybe that's why, because I don't know how much square foot of retail space, or sorry, not retail space, office space, but there's a ton of office space in there.
But I haven't seen a food truck there.
No, like there's got to be.
Food truck, that's the model.
Oh, yeah.
Like you got parking, you got
plenty of parking.
Space to put up tables.
Yeah, a beer garden, a couple food trucks, and the
barbecue place.
Yeah, it would crush it. And like an actual place inside, like in the winter, like there's a ton of people that live around here. You're 15 minutes from Yarmouth. You're 15 minutes from Falmouth.
Yeah.
And thousands of people work there.
Right.
So there has to be a reason.
Hey, Pineland, I didn't talk no shit. You got any kitchen space available?
Well, it's like
I like to make tacos.
Birchwood Brewing.
Do
like
a taco place there.
That would kill it. Birchwood Brewing in Gray, for example, they can't serve food.
Why?
Like they can have snacks and stuff like that, but Jess and Nick's has a monopoly on that plaza, so no other food can come into that plaza. Jess and Nick's is the only one that is ever going to be licensed to sell food.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Jess and Nick's sucks.
Yeah, it's not like I don't love their food.
You know what I haven't been impressed with as much as I used to? I don't even know if people are going to be able to appreciate this, but New Gloucester Village Store's pizza is. It needs a refresher.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people recently. Like I have not myself experienced it, but yeah, I've heard people that get it more often than I do. That their consistency has.
The dough has no flavor to it.
So I could be wrong, but my niece who used to work for the Purple House.
So it's the Maroney's fault.
Yeah, was saying something about, I think it was her, that they licensed somebody new to make a dough recipe, or they changed who was making the dough. Something has changed. So yes, their dough, I'm pretty sure, has changed. So
I know.
You were right.
It sucks.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it, but I get pizza there maybe once every couple of months. So.
Yeah, same. But every time I'm real pumped for it, and I just don't get that. That was good.
Yeah.
Like having autos around
is
like, fuck them.
Yeah.
How has autos not made it into there? They're good enough to like get through that bullshit bubble and be like, oh, we'll give you 10% of the profits.
Yeah,
or,
something. Yeah, it's too bad. Like, I think the Village Store needs a kind of a revamp on their menu in general. Like, I love most all of the food that I have there, but since they've been open for what now? 10 years, maybe?
Right.
And eating there so much, it's like, just want something different.
And for those that don't
Such a good
know,
spot.
it's there. You can't go in there and get a normal pizza. It's kind of like Otto's, where their menu's a little weird. They got like leeks and artichokes and weird stuff on their pizza, but they're all really well put together.
Oh yeah,
flavor profiles. It's just kind of like you said. It's been the same shit for like they finally added buffalo chicken pizza to their thing, and they didn't do buffalo chicken pizza justice like a store like New Gloucester Village Store should.
Yeah,
like they kind of just like cover it in ranch, and I love ranch dressing, but not
that much.
I don't need a layer of ranch on the top of it.
Yeah, it's such a nice spot too. Like,
do you like buffalo chicken pizza?
I do when they don't put ranch or blue cheese on it,
so,
which I know is.
Yeah. What about chunks of blue cheese? Really?
No, blue cheese is gross.
Well, there's a place in Gorham, New Hampshire called Mr. Pizza, and they put celery on the pizza.
That's smart.
It's nice. Yeah, I like it.
See, I'm gonna try to look into that and figure out
if we can put a fucking restaurant in Pineland.
Yeah, it would.
I'll go make tacos.
I think it would crush it. Like,
you got 6 months to put a restaurant together.
I don't have the necessary funds to put a restaurant together, but
it's tacos, man.
Yeah, because like there's so many.
They have cows.
They do. They do. Like, there's so much
Get
good
some
space.
chicken tractors going in your backyard.
So, yeah, I'll look it up and figure out.
The Pineland thing?
Yeah, because
So we're going to
there's
just
gotta be a reason.
refresh this whole episode once both of us have looked into all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a weird episode because we need an episode for this week, and I kind of missed that first episode vibe.
Yeah, it was a good vibe.
Yeah, and we haven't had one since where it's like not either a topic or a guest.
Yeah, something unstructured.
And I couldn't get a guest together for today, so that's part of it.
Right
But,
before the holidays.
yeah, I thought it'd be easier than it would.
Yeah, you think people are home or...
Yep.
No.
Yep. Chris Bagley wants to come on. Fucking scumbag.
I haven't seen him in a couple of years. I need to...
Yeah, I see him every now and then, but not as much as I'd like.
Yeah.
I don't see enough people as much as I like. Our communities are too spread out.
Yeah.
You
Which
know?
is another reason we need a good bar.
Whoa. Bar?
Restaurant. Bar.
Restaurant.
Restaurant that serves beer.
Bar.
Yeah.
Dispensary.
I just want a place I can get a mug. I want to be a mug club member.
Within walking distance of my house.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just make a speakeasy down here.
I'll get you a mug.
Yeah.
You want
With
a mug?
a number on it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Number one dad.
Yeah.
Dad spelled wrong.
Yeah. How do you spell dad, Rob? D-A-D-E?
Yeah. Dodd. D-O-D.
Dodd, yeah.
So my last little topic that I got, although my mind's on Pineland now. Like I want to slang tacos in Pineland.
I know. It's like for as many things as like this watershed thing, and I'm sure there's plenty of other things, like I think personally what it's done for the community has been good. Even if it's just perception.
It was more one of those, like I come across something, I'm like, those motherfuckers are giving fly fishing lessons up on top of the hill, but at the bottom of the hill, I can't go fucking fly fishing here.
Yeah. And like maybe it's, hey, I doubt this is the reason, but like it's all eroded and we're trying to keep people off of it.
Right.
But
or
then,
nobody's asked them to.
Yeah, like, hey,
and it's been that was my initial thought. I was like, should you hit somebody up like, hey, what would it take for us to start clearing a river walk down the Royal River?
Yeah.
Because that would be fucking sick.
Yeah. And if anybody could do it well, like, I don't know, have you been out?
It's me. It's this guy. It's the guy that shit talks you before he asks for
for assistance. Like, you've been out on their trails, right?
Yeah. They're
like,
gorgeous.
They are. I mean, it's a little
manicured.
Yeah, which
they rake their lawn. I mean, not their lawn. You should rake. Yeah. Well, no, you shouldn't rake your lawn. They rake their woods.
Oh yeah. Like if I go out running on those trails, like a day after a storm, like there's people out in side by sides there, lemon trees, and like getting all the dead wood off the trails, and like
because side by sides are good for the trail.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you put crushed stone on 40 miles of trail, I think it's all right.
It's a paved.
Pretty much. Which, I mean, I guess you probably need for cross-country skiing. Like, you need a nice base.
Yeah, probably good drainage.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've never thought about, like, you have those Depot Hill trails, and those Depot Hill trails go down to the Royal by
and
the
they're not
train
even
tracks.
Technically Pineland, right?
I think
that state land.
It's weird now because they put that sign up there. That doesn't say like Pineland State Land
yeah.
or something weird.
Yeah.
Like I'm surprised they haven't, and maybe they have plans to do a river walk down that because it would be really nice.
Yeah. I'm talking the other side though.
Yeah, on the other side of the bridge.
On the other side of the river.
Yeah. So like Depot Bridge going down at the left-hand side.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the right-hand side. Going from Depot to Morse Road. Like a little minimalist trail. It's basically there.
What they already, like, so the Depot Hill trails that they have right now.
Yep.
That goes down to the Royal.
Yep.
Are you
And
talking?
just ends.
Yeah. You're talking from there? No.
No. I'm talking from Depot to Morse on the other side of the river. Which you could, well, they probably couldn't do it. Some of why they might not do it is because of the
train.
railroad.
Yeah.
Because then you're advocating crossing that bridge.
Yeah.
Which
They can put in a bridge. They have 10 of them out on their trails.
it's true.
Just put a bridge over the railroad tracks.
Dude, it's such quaint area. Like, I love that Royal River area.
Oh, it's beautiful. So Depot to Moore.
And it's accessible. There's fish in it.
Okay. So like, are you talking all the way through that river?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're talking about the same place. Like those Depot.
I'm just talking about on the other side of the river than you. But
yeah, like if you were to go down those trails, cross the train tracks,
right,
and then get to the river.
Yeah.
From
going both ways.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch of cool area through there. You know,
it would be a great spot for like a nice single track trail.
Yeah, I'm talking like very minimalist. Like you still feel like you're in the woods.
Yeah.
Type of trail.
Which is kind of like what those like the Depot Hill trails versus like the actual Pineland trails.
Right.
It's a much better feel on those Depot Hill trails.
Yeah,
it's only 2 miles, so
right. It's a rough 2 miles though. I don't like it. I hate that trail. Yeah. It's just like uphill then downhill.
Yeah.
Had fun?
Yeah, we take the dog there, but it is a little rough in places.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought about a river trail. Like I feel like there's some trail already there.
Basically,
like,
there is
spots of it at least.
Yeah, and then there's signs up that say no trespassing now, and it just goes right in line with what you were talking about on that second episode of the Katahdin Woods and Waters. Like, I think Pineland's a good partner for something like this. Yeah. They're not going to be like, no. They're going to be like, give us a proposal and we'll talk about it. I'm guessing,
Well, yeah, because from what I've heard, and I have no real insight on this, but like I've heard they have quite a large budget that they have to spend a year on.
I think that was initially.
Yeah.
I think that was until the business was profitable. So I also heard a rumor. Where the fuck was it? It was someplace else that the Libra Foundation, Monson. Have you been up that area yet?
That's where the Backyard Farms is? Is that Monson?
No, that's Madison.
Madison, okay.
Monson's, if we're at my family's camp and we're going up to like Moosehead, it's like kind of halfway.
Okay, instead of going right to the camp, you just keep going on.
Instead of going left. Like if you're in Abbott, I don't know if we ever went to Abbott.
Okay.
Abbott's so if we're at my camp, we used to go to Bingham.
Yeah.
To get stuff, beer.
Yep.
We could also go to Abbott and get beer.
Okay.
Which is on the other side.
Yeah.
And
you just keep going out that way.
Yeah. Abbott's more like locally up there. And then Monson's a little bit north of that on your way to Moosehead. But they've got a really cool downtown vibe to them. They got some art galleries and restaurants and stuff. I heard from a local up there that the Libra Foundation told this restaurant, or in helping this restaurant, told the restaurant that they would buy X amount of meals from that restaurant every month.
Yeah.
Which is just a weird,
like as a subsidy, like
false security of your business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is weird.
I don't know if it's true. I mean, this is hearsay.
Yeah.
And maybe the Libra Foundation's like, well, we found that statistically, if we can help a restaurant get through the first 4 years, then it thrives.
Yeah. Interesting.
But it also preaches all of the localism stuff there. But like, there's a Pineland Farms store in Monson.
Really?
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah,
it's just this weird, like, it's that L.O. Bean effect.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're at a stage now where they could go one way or the other.
Going too big and...
Yeah.
Yeah. And LL Bean does a lot of great stuff for the local economy. I shit on them, but the thing I don't like about it is that they have these schools and they implement this stuff, and it takes the chance for the little guy to do it on his own out of the equation, which is where you get character.
Yeah.
And character is what sells the outdoors to kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like I'd rather see them rather than still have their outdoor discovery school, but like rather than employ the people that do it, like let's contract smaller guide services that
Right.
do these things already
Right.
and just pipe them through that way.
Right.
But
Yeah. And I'm sure they do to an extent.
Yeah.
They can't be doing everything themselves.
No.
But I don't know. I'd be curious to see a deep dive on LL Bean coming up here soon. Because I get a bad feeling about them, but at the same time, I know where Maine's economy would be without LL Bean, and where our outdoor access would be. They help Sugarloaf quite a bit too.
yeah.
But where the fuck were you when Saddleback sat empty?
Yeah.
Like that would have been a drop in the bucket for LL Bean to just be like, oh, we'll help.
Right.
Why did they not repost any of this money that Saddleback needs to rehelp?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You sell fly fishing gear and you got a mountain with every trail on it named after a fly. You telling me that's not in your wheelhouse?
Right.
They stopped selling snowboards because they're not profitable. Fuck you, you're an outfitter.
Hey, not anymore.
No, but
I mean, maybe for
They
fly
claim
fishing
it.
they are.
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I rarely go into that building.
Yeah.
I know for like,
Their fly selection is
Pretty
downright
impressive.
impressive.
Yeah.
And everybody in the fly section is like really knowledgeable. But that also means that there's not a locally owned fly shop in Freeport, Maine.
or anywhere in the surrounding area.
Right. Fly shops are hard to come by nowadays.
Yeah.
Even in the backcountry areas, it's gas stations that have
Yeah.
a little fly section, which a lot of times are just as good, but
Yeah. Any of those small outfitting shops seem to be hard to come by now.
yeah.
Like the only one I can really think of is True North.
In Bethel.
Yeah.
That was the only one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of that,
And
it's
how successful are they?
no
They
idea.
probably
Yeah.
get by,
Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, you have IME in
Right.
North Conway,
Yep.
and then it's just drowned out by online retail.
Right.
Which I'm a unfortunate.
Because you don't have a better solution. There's
Oh,
no
yeah.
place you can go into right now and be like, I can look at all the equipment that I want. You
Yeah.
go into True North and they're going to have what they have and they can order you stuff.
From the same places that I could
Right. Yeah.
order from right now.
Right. I was listening to a podcast the other day, though, and they were talking about fly fishermen and learning. And they were like, oh, nobody wants to take lessons now. They can learn it all online, and they're a professional about it.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what they said was like, you're not a professional. Like,
No.
you don't have to read a book or watch a video to learn how to fly fish. You have to
No.
watch somebody fly fish.
Yeah.
Ask questions and
Yeah, I do not like learning really anything on online videos.
yeah.
Like even woodworking stuff. Like I
Cooking's the only thing where I'm
yeah,
it's
yeah, that's
better
a good
than
one.
reading it because you can see what they're doing.
Yeah, like woodworking stuff. I'll look at a few things here and there, but it's like I'd rather go and talk to somebody that
Right.
knows what they're doing and show me.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't get much of that anymore.
No. And I think we're in this in between period on it,
Oh, yeah.
really, where we'll hit this point where our media is so interactive.
Yeah,
You'll eventually be able to look at that bench that you made online and you'll be able to move it.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
able to disassemble it. Like
Yeah.
everything,
yeah, and probably through VR. Like,
Right,
Be able to
exactly.
just strap it
Right.
on and watch somebody do something, and
Yep.
like with those gloves where you can.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking about VR boxing the other day as a workout. They were
Yeah, yeah, that would.
I
be
remember
cool.
people saying it about the Wii.
Yeah,
We needed Wii boxing. It was like, it's a workout.
it is. Yeah, it's a good workout. I just did Wii boxing last week.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Did you kick their ass?
I did.
Nice. Proud of you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean it was a bot, so it wasn't too hard.
I thought you were punching Cindy.
Yeah, no.
So, last thing that I had is the CMP meeting.
Yeah,
It's sad going to those.
yeah. So
There's a lot of people that have Priuses that want to tell you about the Priuses there.
yeah, which is
Oh, well, I'm solar.
not a solve for.
Yeah, I have solar panels and
Yeah.
a Prius. And I'm like, Cool.
Yeah.
It's a start. It's a start, lady.
Yep.
So I'm sitting there. I got my phone on my knee, recording this shit show. Mm-hmm. And this woman sits next to me. Well, she had already sat next to me. We kind of chatted a little while. And I think she realized that I was probably more on the Republican side than she would appreciate. Not saying I'm a Republican, but
Yeah.
she was looking for a true blue up in that bitch.
Yeah.
And Jake ain't it. Jake's there to fucking listen. I've learned that a lot over the past few years, is to hold the fucking phone on having an opinion on things when you don't have any of the data on things. And that's why I wanted to go there. And everyone I talked to, I was like, are you anti-corridor? I was like, no, I'm here to listen.
Yep.
I'm not signing your petition thing right now. I might after.
Yep.
I didn't. But I might. I'm still on I might. I'm pretty against the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm against it on my own.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. So I'm sitting there, and the first person finishes their thing, and everybody starts clapping. And I'm not clapping because I got a fucking microphone on my knee. So I don't want everybody to hear
Yeah.
when they watch the fucking video. And the fine lady, wasn't going to use the B word there. She nudges me. She nudges a stranger. That's Prius ownership fucking morale right there.
Because you weren't clapping.
Yes. You're not clapping is what she says to me. I'm like, oh, I didn't realize that my hands weren't touching each other repetitively. You dimbat. I was like, yeah, I'm recording. And then later on in the meeting, I just have to rant about this lady because it's just, honestly, it's a tone of what the fuck was in the room.
Yeah.
And it's just annoying. Like, this isn't my route to dealing with a problem. Nobody had a solution there. Everybody was complaining about a problem.
Yeah.
But later on, listening to this guy, and he's making really good points, and she nudges me again. And I'm like, and give her the finger. The index finger, the wait finger, not the fuck you finger. That one hasn't come out yet. I did not give it to her, but I gave her the wait finger. And they all had 2 minutes to talk. Like, there's not a lot of time. I don't need chime in the middle of your 2 minutes.
Yep.
And I get done and I turn over to her because I'm a respectful human. And I go, what? What? I said, what? No, I said, what? What? What do you got? He was the treasurer of my class in high school.
Oh my God.
Bitch! Now I'm breaking out the B word.
Yeah.
Not to her face, but inside my head. I'm saying this is a bitch. I'm here to listen. I'm like 3 hours deep. Everybody's fucking left. Like, I'm like one of the stragglers. I'm not high.
Yeah.
I'm fucking struggling. I realize I'm one of few in the room. When I'm not clapping, people are looking at me like, who's this guy? Is he here from CMP? No, I'm just fucking curious.
Yeah, I don't care that you knew somebody from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
When I don't even know
Congrats, this guy did better in life than you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you, lady. Just irked my tater.
Yep. Yeah, it's annoying.
So some people had some really good points. One of the scary points that I heard was that the transmission line makes 20 different wind power projects viable on the Upper Kennebec Valley region.
Yeah.
That weren't previously viable.
Yeah, so I don't know if I had texted you this or not, but I have to find where I read this because I had read something about the opposite, that if this goes in, it basically squashes any Maine-based renewable energy programs.
I'm guessing after listening to this that CMP wrote that.
Yeah.
Because I also didn't realize that this transmission line goes both ways.
Yeah.
We can send power and we can take
receive
power.
it,
Yeah. So there's a lot of people questioning if Quebec's going to start price gouging us on energy.
Yep.
You know, when it's worth a lot, they'll make it. When it's cheap to buy from us, they'll take it.
Yeah. Which it won't be us. It'll be
if we put 20 windmill
for sure
in there.
Yeah.
You know? It sketched me out,
Yeah.
you know? And then this is the other thing, is that everybody's like, oh, I only see 60 cents per
kilowatt or whatever.
yeah, per power bill or whatever. Right. And I'm like, you lady, no offense to women, but this lady, you don't need it. Right. Like, why don't we give it to the state to do something with? Yeah. Maybe not the state, but like, let's make a plan for this money. Our 60 cents over 1.3 million people that live here, roughly,
$600,000
more as $600,000 than it does as 60 cents.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see it do something for Maine that is going to do something for Maine.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I've kind of come to terms with, a little bit of this comes from playing futuristic video games, is I see these windmill farms in the middle of the woods in these apocalyptic, postmodern times. And it's kind of cool.
I find them pretty.
I mean, I don't find them pretty where trees should be.
No. But
if my state was making a bunch of money and our area was thriving because of it, they're a lot more beneficial to look at.
Yeah.
When you look at fucking 30 windmills up in the woods and you're like, I don't know anybody that affected positively.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
And there's brakes on all the fucking windmills. So they're just losing energy inherently.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the answer to make these wind farms. But if it is, then let's like find some positive. Let's find a positive goal we can
absolutely
reach towards that this could help fund.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think Janet Mills is the person to be helping us along that way, because she's going to be like, money?
Yeah.
Money? Do you guys have money for me?
I think that's the only reason she's backed this now, because she was a proponent of this.
Yeah.
Until she bled us dry.
So this dude was there. This is my favorite part of it. 'Cause I fucking loved it. This guy's up there. He makes a few good points. Jill Stein's there, who's something in Massachusetts, someone special in Massachusetts. Yep. And he makes his good points. He's like 50, 60, probably has made some money in his life, looks like it. He wasn't like flashy, but it was like, you probably had a successful business. Says his points, and then he goes, and then Jill Stein, I'd like to thank you for putting Trump in office single-handedly, and turns and walks away, and everybody was on this dude's side until he said that. And they're just like, boo. It was so funny to just see a bunch of like true blue motherfuckers picketing this guy. They had to tell everybody no signs in the spot.
Really?
I'm like, we're meeting with the Army Corps of Engineers. Let's listen to them. And then the other thing, this is such a testament to the issue on the left of the political parties. And we can get into another episode of issues on the right, because there's equal fucked up issues on that side. But this whole I am here to protest when business is supposed to be being conducted is just fucking childish. Like, we're sitting there and there's this woman that's like running the thing. She's calling the people up, starting the time, thanking them, putting them on their way. I'd say everybody but 5 people over 4 hours of 2-minute segments went at least 30 seconds to a minute over their time.
Yeah.
Like, you're disrespecting everybody else in the room's time by going over that time. 15 seconds, I get it. 30 seconds if you're making a really good point.
Yeah.
If you're just finishing what you're saying, because you're also handing in what you wrote to people.
Yeah.
That goes in as just as much weight as what you said. So, you didn't get through saying it, but somebody's going to read it and they're going to bring it into, their decisions. So that's one of the things that irritated me. The other was 2 people in, probably. She was like, I'm going to ask you guys to refrain from clapping for people after they do everything, because it adds 15 to 30 seconds to the whole thing, which over 4 hours is a lot of people that don't get to say what they want to say.
Yeah.
And you just get this fuckface guy. Nope. And of course, because he's said that, Everybody else
claps.
is like, we get to clap.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yep.
It's just it's a sliver of what you start understanding why politicians fucking don't want to deal with us as a public. Like,
Yeah, because we suck.
yeah, we can't have the civilized conversations. The ones that show out don't want to have the civilized conversation. The ones that want to have the civilized conversation don't want to deal with that bullshit, so they don't show out. It's
So
I
true.
think that's where podcasting comes in.
Yeah.
We can sit here and we can have people on, which I'm hoping to have an engineer on to talk about the CMP corridor real soon. I was trying to set it up for this weekend, but it didn't work.
Yep.
But this is where those conversations need to happen because they're not happening in those rooms.
No.
Like, dude, they took a break halfway through, 3 hours through the 4 hours. I'm aware that's not halfway through. And 3/4 of the people left.
Yeah.
It's like, I've been heard, I'm done. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, people want to go to talk, not to listen.
Yeah. And I wanted to listen to the Army Corps of Engineers, and they didn't talk at all, which kind of, it's probably mandated that they don't, you know? I kind of got it once I got there. I was like, oh, this is for them to listen.
Yeah.
To the public, which made me realize that the public, a lot of times, let's not
Listen.
Yeah. Like maybe not send the corporal to listen to them. Maybe send a private.
Yeah.
You know? That seems like good boot camp. Go listen to a bunch of bleeding heart fucking liberals. Go learn about your country. These are the people you're defending.
Yeah, it's probably worse than drills.
It probably is.
Yeah.
It sucked. Like, I put the audio up. There's 4 hours of audio for you guys if you want to listen to it. To me, it was like one of those. I've always been really good at being like, nope, I signed up for this. I'm getting through this.
Yeah.
And I just sat there and listened, and I went through all the emotions. Like, I was mad at people at first, and I was laughing, and then I was sad for them, and then I was happy, and then I got sad because I heard shit that I was like, that's fucked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I'll have to listen to some of it. It doesn't sound fun.
It's not, dude. It's a reminder of where our fucking education system's at, too.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of shit that we're going to tell people to listen to.
Right.
It's like, oh, my God. Like, give me the stats. Talk to me about data.
Yeah, that's all you really need.
Yeah. And hearing some people's firsthand accounts, you're like, I don't want this guy to lose his way of life. Like, there was this one guy that was like, I haven't been out of my cabin and area in months. And I came here because this is going to affect my life on a day-to-day basis. And I'm like, that's the guy I care about.
Yeah.
You know?
For real.
The guy that's like, I don't have power. I live this way.
Yeah.
You're affecting my way of life.
Yeah.
And it's not like he's doing that in New Gloucester. He's up in the middle of the woods doing it. Like, I don't know. I felt real bad for those people. And some of the guides that are just like, they get it. They get how that land works.
Yeah.
It brought me away from it, against it still, but I'm still just so annoyed by that political.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to call it. It makes me sound like a Republican, but.
Just because you're against something.
Yeah, I mean, you've got these people clapping for everybody that fucking comes up there. And then you got a few people up there that are like, I think this makes sense. Okay. They don't clap for them.
Yeah.
No one. No one's like, thanks for coming. Thanks for giving your opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody in there is on team.
No, they just want to tug each other's balls.
Whoa.
I mean,
family podcast. We got babies in the audience.
I mean, it sounds like what it is, though. It's like we just want to go there to support the people that we want to support and not listen to anything else that anybody has to say.
Right. Even if we probably are right.
Yeah.
You know, we should still listen to the other side.
No, absolutely.
This fascinated the fuck out of me. Lewiston is all about it. Lewiston really, really, really wants this to go through. Anybody that came up from Lewiston and somebody special from the town of Lewiston was like, we want this to go through.
anything to do with their hydroelectric dam?
Nope.
No?
Nope. It has to do with their substation that changes this DC current line to an AC current.
Yeah. Money, money, money.
Money, money, money.
Yeah.
They've already gotten millions of dollars from this project.
Yeah.
They want it.
So are they like the main transfer station that's going to...
Yeah.
All right.
So it runs into Lewiston and then changes to AC and then can be distributed.
Yeah.
So everybody's saying that it goes to Boston. I don't think it goes to Boston. I think it goes to us, and more Southern Power gets pushed to Boston.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's how it should work
Yeah.
if it's going to go through. But
Interesting. And is that just because it's coming from Canada? Like it comes
yeah.
DC because it's from Canada, or
so
just...
you can send power better on DC
Okay,
lines.
just more efficiently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're supposed to bury them, and they don't want to bury them,
Okay.
which is another.
Yeah, because they're all overhead transmission lines, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the approved line in Vermont is underground.
Okay.
And there is an approved line in Vermont.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was one of the other arguments where I was like, okay,
Yeah.
sell it to me as sounds like we're in a bidding war,
Right.
you know? But
Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
it was disheartening going to that. I'm kind of glad I went alone.
Yeah.
Like, it just made me realize, like, this is, you know what it is? What's weird is first, before I had gone in there, I was like, this is how politics should happen.
Yeah.
People should have their say.
Yeah, get your platform. Mm-hmm. Except nobody wants to listen.
Right. Everybody wants to talk.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to tell you that they want an environmental impact survey.
Yeah.
We get it. Like, and they're right,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's going to go through.
It's looking that way.
Yeah. Like, it's David versus Goliath right now,
Yeah.
you know? And hopefully the Army Corps of Engineers listen to us.
Yeah.
But I wanted to stand up and be like, what do you guys recommend we do about this energy crisis then?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fair point.
Like, and granted, that dam, so I didn't realize that dam isn't legal in America.
The Quebec Hydro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that had been proposed to be built on a river in America, it wouldn't have passed.
Yeah.
So we're using energy that wouldn't have passed in America to energize America.
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot of little caveats where I'm like, this shouldn't go through,
Yeah.
you know? But
Yeah, it's funny because it's like, okay, we are proposing to supply this green energy, which is what you're requesting,
Right.
but then you don't like it because of some environmental impacts. And then I bet if you ask 90% of the people in there, well, what do you do? It's that
right. Yeah, that's
No
what I have an
solution.
issue with.
Yeah.
I'm all for the data that you figured out. I'm all for the research that you all are doing. But like, what do we do?
Yeah, I mean, because the fact is we're consuming energy at a
Right.
higher rate than we've ever done.
Yeah. Dude. And then, so I leave this meeting and I'm looking around on my drive home looking at Christmas lights.
Yeah, yeah.
And my mind's just going, how many Christmas lights get plugged in across America in a year? Found this article, Clark Griswold's house to run for a month would have been $1,600.
Well, that's why in that movie, doesn't he like black out the whole city, and then the nuclear electric plant switches
so,
something
yeah. I
on,
haven't seen
and
it in a
then
long time.
yeah,
Yeah, I think so. But I think it was trillions.
yeah. Because I mean, let's be honest, that is Republican and Democratic alike. Like people that are putting up Christmas lights,
Christmas
like
lights.
that's not a.
I would argue that the liberals are far more festive
Yes.
than Republicans.
Yes. But then you got a lot of Christian Republicans, and they love their Christmas.
They like candles.
True. Looking up the.
Looking up the.
I love that movie. I just watched that last week, I think.
6.63 billion kilowatt hours of electricity consumption.
Yeah.
Like, what?
That's crazy.
Was Brittany on a fucking cleaning spree?
Oh, she just texted me too. Let me know if the vacuum is too loud.
No, but Blood Diamond was pretty loud earlier.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. I mean, we can end up
Yeah.
here soon. Brittany's got a baby to take care of, a house to clean. Mike doesn't do anything. He sits down here, talks to me, and drinks alcohol.
Pretty much.
That is
Fatherhood is
life.
easy.
It is. Life is good.
Yeah.
Let me know when you can walk.
Right.
See you later.
And we can ski.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. You have anything to add to this week's episode before we end it?
No, just a bunch of research to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think these are good, though. Little primers.
Yeah. No, I like it.
Anybody has anything to say, avotumnetwork@gmail.com. Any input into any of this? Oh, dude. So I'm sitting there, couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
Ate way too much chimichurri. And the Bigfoot guy
Oh, yeah.
went live with this grower out in Oregon.
Yeah.
It was a little entertaining. I'm excited to have him on.
Yeah,
He
it'll
said
be
any
funny.
day after Christmas.
All right. We can make that work.
So I think we're going to have Bigfoot guy coming up.
Chris Bagley?
No, fuck that guy.
Yeah. Fucking.
You know when Chris Bagley can come through this door?
When he makes your split board.
Yeah, if he has a snowboard that is in two pieces. And so Chris Bagley will be on. And the engineer guy.
Nice.
A Bigfoot guy, engineer guy. I'm hoping to get my buddy Dan on here real soon, too.
Yeah.
He's a ridiculous rock climber.
Yeah.
And just does real cool stuff across the board.
Yeah.
Owns a coffee shop out in Cornish. So those are probably within our next 4. And I'd like to do another solo one or 2.
Yeah. Works
These
for
are
me.
fun.
Agreed.
And dive more into some topics.
All right.
So appreciate you guys watching, all 30 of you. Tell a friend. Oh, all right. I'm announcing this right now and giving you homework.
All right.
Frame one of my fucking photos.
Yeah.
And we're giving it away.
Done.
Next episode, one after it, we're going to do some bullshit where you got to like it and share it on social media because that's how we get ahead.
Yeah.
I'm all about clout in this game. And I don't have enough viewership. I need sponsorship.
Yeah.
I want to get to the point where LL Bean is busting down my door asking me to make tacos.
Works for me. And you know what? I'll match you. I'll make something too. I got some. I got some clocks that I can.
I think our crowd's a little bit more alcohol inclined.
Yeah, I got wine racks.
We're not a very timely crew.
Yeah. Wine racks.
Clock's always on 420, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. So we have some giveaways coming up. And if you have a local brand that you want to promote, I'd love to start getting into some of that.
Yep.
Some other makers and doers and sayers and talk shitters.
Sounds good.
Cool. See you guys next week.
All right.